for me?
I got one more for you.
Cool. Let's see. How many I can fit in one pocket?
I'll line you up in between those two.
In between them? Okay.
You got enough room, Gabe?
One second in my back pocket.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hi, are you able to come?
The real trick is how to do this without it looking really weird.
Tough job that you got right there.
We'll figure it out eventually. We'll make it work. So I was gonna try to kind of aim for
Yeah, that would be perfect.
there when I talk. That look all right?
Okay.
All things considered.
Can you count to 10? I'm gonna see if I get good levels.
That's at 10, all the way to 10. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Okay.
Roughly, what was that? Was it the 26th? Is that what we said? When we looked it up on the calendar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going live.
I'm good to go whenever you guys are.
We're good to go.
Good to go.
Can you say your first and last name and spell it and your
Yeah.
title?
Ronnie Schlabs, RONNIE SCHLABS. I am the director for SCRAPS. So thank you guys all for being here today. SCRAPS just wanted to let the public know that unfortunately, we did have 5 more dogs break with parvo over last weekend. I am happy to report though that all 5 dogs are in treatment and responding well. But as a result of that, we are going to have to extend our adult dog closure for another 2 weeks. We have to keep them isolated because parvo is highly contagious, and we don't want to risk sending any animal that may have been exposed out into our community, and we want to make sure that our animals are healthy before we adopt them out.
In the previous time when you had that outbreak, or the start of the outbreak, there was a couple of deaths. Can you just give us the exact number of dogs now that have died from the virus?
We had, I believe it was only 3 that have passed away. The rest have, 1 is fully recovered, and the rest are in treatment and responding well.
And have you heard of any dogs that were adopted who might have had the virus?
There was 1 dog that was adopted that had broken sick and unfortunately passed away.
Was that the first one?
That was the second case of parvo that we had.
But since then, you haven't had any calls from adoptions of cases?
We have not had any other adopters reach out to us saying that their animals have come down ill, so that's a very good sign.
When parvo was first reported last month, has your team concluded how it initially started with that first dog? Like, was it eating feces or anything like that?
Unfortunately, most of the animals that come through our doors, we have no idea of their background. Most of them are strays, so we have no idea their vaccine history, what kind of environment they were in, how long they were on the street before they came to us. And unfortunately, parvo is very easily found in the environment. It's a naturally occurring disease. It's all over the United States. And it's unfortunately highly contagious and very easy to spread.
How does your team like clean up so efficiently to prevent the disease from spreading? Mopping?
So we already use a detergent called Rescue. It's an activated hydrogen peroxide product. It is a widespread disinfectant, and it does kill parvovirus. There are instructions on how long contact time and concentration levels and things like that. So we have been using that regularly. We're disinfecting throughout the day, and our staff members that are going into those dog rooms are wearing additional PPE or protective equipment. They're wearing booties over their feet so that they're Actual shoes never come in contact with the floor. They take them off as they leave the room so they don't track it anywhere else in the facility. So we're taking extra precautions. We're disinfecting as much as we can. The kennels that had sick animals in them, when we move them to isolation, their kennels are going through a minimum of 3 full rounds of disinfection before we consider them safe to put another animal into.
You talked about this last time, but can you just highlight again how dangerous parvo is?
Yeah, parvo is very dangerous, especially in younger dogs. It causes gastrointestinal problems. They'll stop eating. They'll get lethargic. They often will have, unfortunately, bloody diarrhea, and it can be fatal. Dogs do die from it without treatment. And it's very easily prevented. All you have to do is go to your veterinarian and get a routine vaccine.
And also, can you just again highlight how easily this is transmittable?
Yeah, it's highly contagious. All it takes is just being in close proximity, any kind of contact with your clothing, and then you touch an animal, you can spread it. That's why we're wearing gowns and booties on our feet when we're in there working. It also can live in the environment for an extremely long period of time without proper disinfection.
From your knowledge, how many dogs in here have parvo, and then how many dogs are being quarantined?
So all of our adult dogs are being isolated just because we are such high capacity right now and they're all in close proximity. And the dogs that have broken sick have been in their different adult rooms, so we're isolating all of them as a precaution. Over the weekend, we had 5 additional dogs between Thursday and Sunday break with parvo, so there's 5 new ones from the original ones that we had.
How many in total, and then how many adult dogs do you have all in quarantine?
I do not have our current population number handy, but it was 8 or 9 dogs in total.
Plus the ones who passed away, right?
That's included. No, it's all inclusive.
Okay. Who've had parvo?
That broke during this
Oh.
this situation, yes.
Okay, got it. I thought the release said 10.
Was it 10?
There
Was-
were 5 in the initial report
Correct.
and then 5 recently.
You're right. I apologize.
Ronnie, also, are you like in communication with other centers across the nation, like if they've dealt with this before, like are y'all helping each other out, or your team's kind of like, we know what to do?
We don't do. We actually have protocols in our standard operating procedures for when parvo is present. Unfortunately, animal control facilities, animal shelters, parvo is an occurrence. It happens everywhere. Everybody, if you're a proper facility, you're going to have a protocol in place for when parvo gets in your facility because, again, we don't know their histories. It's going to get in there sooner or later. So most places have systems in place to control it.
Do you know when the last time we had an outbreak like this here?
Unfortunately, I came on in December, so I don't know a lot of our background as far as outbreaks go. I haven't researched it. I've just been kind of focusing on getting us through this one right now.
Okay.
Ronnie, can you elaborate on the boosters, the importance of them, the cadence at which you're administering them, and for precautionary reasons?
So we had our contracted vet came in early this week on Monday after we had the more dogs break over the weekend, and we had a meeting and went over our protocols. Veterinarian said our cleaning protocols are right on point. They're exactly what we should be. But what we are doing as an additional precaution is during our intake procedure, all dogs in our facility get an array of vaccines, including one for parvo. And then they're required to get at least 1 booster, possibly 2, depending on their age, at 2 and 4 week intervals going down the line. What we're doing as an extreme precaution is all of our dogs, regardless of the vaccination status, are going to be getting a booster every 2 weeks until everybody gets out of isolation, just to give them as much protection as we can.
Oh, okay, just to be clear, since you vaccinate all the dogs that come in, one of those dogs had to have parvo before you vaccinated it?
Yes. And unfortunately, even when you get a vaccine, vaccines are not effective immediately. When they get into the body, it takes time for the body to build those antibodies in reaction to that vaccine introduction. So that's why they require boosters. And unfortunately, we do the best we can, but when we have a lot of dogs in a small confined area, it's very easy for disease to spread once it gets in.
Babies.
And I mean, in Spokane, you guys always have a lot of dogs coming in. They're often at capacity, and I'm curious what your advice is for people in the community. Like, let's say you see a stray dog out and about, and you want to bring them in somewhere, or you find a lost dog. What should they do?
We're encouraging everybody right now, unless the animal is in emergent need of help, to please don't bring them to us, just because our space is very limited with us not being able to do adoptions and transfers right now. So please, if you see a healthy dog, go on to social media websites, post it on, there's a lot of lost pet pages, post, hey, I saw this dog, if it's yours, please come and get it. If it is sick or injured, by all means, bring it to us, we will take care of it, but we're really trying to divert as much intake as we possibly can right now.
And what's been the biggest challenge for your team right now?
Biggest challenge is we know we have these dogs that We want to get them into happy homes, and seeing them stuck in their kennels right now has been hard for the team because everybody wants them out and play and be happy, but they're kind of all stuck right now, and it's hard on everybody.
Do you have less staff working right now, just since?
No, our
there's
staff
more
is
quarantine?
still normal, but we have them assigned a little differently in how they're doing their daily duties. Like I said, we have one person that's only doing puppies. Then we have our kitten and cat crew. Then we have crews that are working in the individual dog rooms, so that we're not cross-contaminating anywhere.
My question, I have the last question.
Mhm.
0 adoptions are allowed right now. How many adoptions do you usually get per week?
That fluctuates seasonally, and we're only doing 0 adoptions with our adult dogs.
Okay.
We actually have several puppies available for adoption, so if anybody is looking for a puppy, please come. Our puppies are housed in a completely separate room away from the adult dogs, and we do that as a general practice because puppies have weaker immune systems, just like small children and humans. And since this has happened, we have somebody that's assigned to our puppy room, so that person is the only one in there working with them, so we don't have any exposure to them. And the veterinarian has said the puppies are good to go; they're ready for adoption. So, and same with our cats and kittens. Any cats and kittens we have in our facility, they are available as well.
Can you confirm that parvo is only for dogs and not other animals?
Yes, this is Canine Parvovirus, so there's no risk of any of the cats coming down with it, and it's not zoonotic, so humans cannot contract it either.
And so since those additional dogs were diagnosed, I guess this weekend, that puts the 2 weeks on top of when you guys will probably open again, right?
Yeah,
And
so-
then reassess, or what's next?
Yep, exactly. So the last one that tested positive was on Sunday, so we're using 2 weeks from Monday. So in 2 weeks, we'll reassess. If we can not have any more break with the illness, we will consult with our veterinarian, and if we get the all clear, we'll be able to reopen for adoption on our adult dogs.
Go ahead.
Sorry, but dogs who have parvo, are they allowed to go outside?
They can't, no, because unfortunately, with the symptoms, if they have vomiting and the diarrhea, they're shedding the virus, and if they go outside into our play yards and that gets into the soil, you can't really sanitize the ground. There's not a good way to do it because it's porous, there's dirt, there's plants, so unfortunately they're in an isolation ward of our medical clinic, and they're getting constant treatment. So, any other questions?
I guess just being closed for a month, what kind of impact does that have?
It's stressful because, we still have animals that we need to take in that are sick, injured, a danger to the public, and we're watching our space. We only have so much space. We're really trying to negate intake wherever we can and work with partners to try to find alternatives wherever possible.
So much.
Awesome.
Thank you
Yeah,
very
thank you.
much.
Thank you. And then, yeah, we can definitely walk down if you guys want to get a shot of the puppy room. And the kitties.